As we're streaming, we're figuring this out live and in real time. So thanks and please forgive. This might be a little loud to begin with. This is my inaugural stream. And as the title you might have figured out, we're going to be playing some BattleTech. In fact, it is the 40th anniversary of the tabletop RPG mass multiplayer. Oh my God, WTF barbecue. And this is also my inaugural stream. So we're just going to be figuring things out and we're just going to be absolutely going for it. So give me a moment here. I'm going into Steam and we're going to absolutely launch this thing right now. Harebrained Schemes put together a fantastic version, melding of what would be considered Mech Commander, as well as tabletop BattleTech. Ultimately, the outcome of that is what we're going to walk through. So the idea here today would be to launch the game. It's just like we're launching the stream. We're going to kick off some BattleTech. I'm going to introduce you to the game. We're going to start a new career mode. So that is what it is we're doing. I'm joined here in chat by Redtastic Creates. She just kicked off some stuff. So as the game plays, when we get into it, I'm going to remove my noggin from this, but we're just going to get into this and enjoy the glory that is BattleTech and the nerdgasm that is BattleTech. Good to see you, Red. Let me get the audio going here. So I think I have to be on the app. Oh, it skipped it. No, it skipped it. That was the introduction sequence to kick it off. So let me see if I can figure out how to relaunch that. No, thank you. If I don't touch anything, if I touch nothing, it might kick off the opening scene again. We're just going to give it 30 seconds. Okay, so nothing is happening. Fantastic. So basically, what is a mech? A mech could be as short as 2 stories, can be as tall as 4.5 stories. You know, think 40, 50 feet tall. And instead of tanks, they're giant walking battle mechs. That's how they got their name. This particular story takes place in the edge of what is known as the inner sphere. We're out in the outer periphery. Hopefully the music's not too loud. So I'm just going to get a nod from Redtastic here to see if I need to lower the music or if the music and the game audio is overtaking my voice. I might need to turn the game down a little bit. How's that, Red? I just made a minor addition. Can you still hear the music? Okay, good talk. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave my talking head up for a little bit. And we're going to kick off a new career. I'm going to walk you through the interface and talk through what it means to start a campaign. Now this game is quite old. I think we're coming up on 6 or 7 or maybe even 8 years old for this game. Still available in Steam. I play it in the Xbox Live store. So let's switch over and we're gonna play the campaign together. Again, we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of BattleTech. So we're gonna start a new campaign. There's hundreds and hundreds of hours of recorded dialogue that happen outside of combat and then during combat, but there's also voice prompts or text prompts. So I will read through some of those text prompts. Here we go. Opening sequence.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there.
She's talking about us.
My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times. About the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough,
She's talking
perhaps
about
ruthless
us.
enough to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
Yes, I believe it. Here we go. BattleTech Restoration. So, like most games, we're going to drop into here's how you play mode. So the view that we're having right now is from our dropship. Dropships are up in planetary orbit, and then we use these things called leopards or other types of ships to drop off our mechs onto the planet. Welcome to the Oregon Reach. The Oregon Reach is a small kingdom in the RimWorld periphery, a region of space that lies in the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. It is home to the Oregon Coalition, a federation organized around a paramilitary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Oregon Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. This is where our story begins. So, during character creation, we get to pick our source story, where we came from, our point of origination. And for this particular one, I think I'm going to pick... This comes into play, like most RPGs, way down the line. It gives us boons, benefits, or negatives, depending on what we pick. So I think I'm going to pick... there's a lot of these folks that they kind of suck. So I think I'm just going to pick a random world. I'm not going to be affiliated with any of the major houses of the inner sphere. The RimWorld periphery. There's no easy way to characterize mech warriors hailing from RimWorld periphery. They could be anything from petty thugs to ruthless tacticians and skilled and honorable warriors. The nations and minor noble houses of the RimWorld periphery have long played a role in shaping humanity. The Star League, very important, let's wand over this, from the year 2570 to 2780, the Star League was an interstellar council formed from the Terran hegemony, 5 great houses of the inner sphere, and the territorial states of the periphery. The stability and prosperity of the Star League, who controlled interstellar communication, by the way, it led to the flourishing of civilization and technology. The Star League ended, the first time, in a civil war with the leader of the RimWorld's Republic, Stefan Amaris, murdered the First Lord in a bid to kind of usurp his position. We've heard this a billion times before. The galaxy is big, it gets populated by mankind, factions break out. Why? So, I'm choosing to have our character come from the RimWorld periphery. So let me drop my video so you guys can see this right now. All right. let's just focus on the game, and hopefully you can see my cursor movements and things and be able to follow along there. So let's talk about my character. I am of noble birth. Through immigrants to the Eurasian Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Eurasian space. By the time I was born, my family had become the de facto ruling nobility in the system's only inhabited planet. I was the oldest child. We were the oldest child. Yeah, because you're on this journey with me. Heir to the family titles and ancestral battle mech, an old blackjack B1. Let's define battle mechs. Battle mechs are enormous armored fighting vehicles, often humanoid in design. That means they have legs and arms. And they can weigh up to 100 tons in this early stage of BattleTech. For any of the hardcore BattleTech fans, you know there are some that are greater than 100 tons. They're considered the most powerful and deadly surface units a military force can field. Battle mechs are classified as light, medium, heavy, and assault, and because of their incredible power requirements, many mechs generate ferocious amounts of waste heat, making battle mech cockpits sweltering hot and sometimes threatening, and cause a complete system shutdown. So to drive a battle mech, you wear this thing called a neural helmet, and that neural helmet uses your sense of balance and movement and your brain waves to stay balanced and allows the mech to move. So even though you've got a throttle and you've got a stick and you're moving things around, it gets its humanoid movement inputs from the pilot's brain. So here we are on the planet. This is where I meet Raiju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession Wars. Again, this is what we're talking about from the Civil War. You want to secede from the Union. That's what happens. My parents were hired on for a season to train me as a mech warrior. Raiju was a strict but capable teacher, and we quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life until after the day of your 16th birthday, when we can choose to be exiled, we can strike out on our own, we went bankrupt, family died in an accident, my family was betrayed. I'm gonna go for the wounded dog here because of two things. You see, what changes down here, what we pick, it picks out our skills. It also changes dialogue that we have with people. But I want, like any RPG, +1 to piloting, +1 to guts. Guts are really important. You don't get scared when things get tough. You earn certain things, morale points. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, my family died in an accident. The rest of my family died in a freak jump ship accident, after which you discovered they had nothing left behind but piles of debt. After selling everything to settle the debt, we set off on our own with only our family's ancestral blackjack mech left to our name. Now, on our own, we fell into a life of, you see, there's more boons. Inner Sphere Mercenary is what I'm going to choose because it gives me +1 to tactics. So now we've gotten +1 in 3 categories. Eager to get away from it all, we joined up with a minor Inner Sphere Mercenary unit. Integrating into the tight-knit crew took time, but we eventually proved our worth and became part of the family. Until years later, we crossed paths with Raiju Mastiff Montgomery once again. By pure chance, it brought us back to the Eurasian Reach, as our mercenary crew took an ill-fated contract against an enclave of pirates in the outskirts of an Eurasian space. The job went south, and we were the only survivor of the unit. Raju's lance happened to be on patrol nearby, and after rescuing us and helping to honor our fallen comrades, he offered us a job in House Orano. We're in the Royal Guard, y'all. So it's there that we find ourselves reunited with our old mentor, preparing our ancestral blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of Lady Kamea Orano. So, King Kong Kamea Lady is about to be crowned. We've got our old mech. Now, one thing about the BattleTech universe for you folks just tuning in, these mechs, they're like the B-52. And if you don't know what that is, the B-52, the buff, was designed by hand in the late 1940s and early 1950s and was built in the 1950s. It's still flying today and will continue to fly until the 2040s, I think, is when they're going to retire it. Just think about that. When they built these things, they literally lived 400 years unless they're completely blown apart. So that's a battle mech. It's meant to last. So now we get to pick some of our characteristics. My call sign is going to be I could do something funny, but I think I'm just gonna call it streamer noob. Because I'm a streamer noob. First name Harry Stamen. And if you don't know why that's funny, Google what a Harry Stamen is. We're gonna rock they, and I think we need someone that's gonna look good in a mohawk. I want our character to have a mohawk. There we go. Boom. Make it easy on us. I could customize, but let's just take a look. Let's change a good camera angle here. Yes, it's coquettish ingenue. It's something more like a mug shot. Let's do this. Ooh, the lighting. There we go. Clothing. Ugh. Looks like he's getting on a flight. Yeah, we'll go like this. All right, sounds good. It's best not to overthink it. It's not like these characters move or anything. They're just portraits. Oh. Uh-oh. I didn't pick a voice. There's a lot of funny voices, so once we get to a point, we'll be able to pick a good voice. There's some great character voices. So starting out, our pilot, streamer noob, our mech jock, has 2 gunnery, 3 piloting, 3 tactics, and 3 guts based on our tactics. And our background, again, is decades ago, our family came to the Regan Reach from the RimWorld periphery. The day after our 16th birthday, the rest of our family died in an accident, and we struck out on our own to be a merc. All right, let's just confirm this and continue with the story. The High Lord Tamati Arano II is dead. The Regan Reach was left an uncertain crossroads, once prosperous, is now a kingdom in decline, surrounded by powerful neighbors. Lord Santiago Espinosa, the brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving Council of Founding Houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power in a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, the noble Lady Kamei Arano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her Intel's directive and has rebuked vehement pleas to reconsider. Homie gets pissed off and he storms out. On the morning of his ascension to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard, Master Montgomery, makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits her in Cordia City. Enter our Blackjack. Sugar dun dun dun. Always with the sugar dun dun music. Okay, so now it's going to load, hopefully, our command interface. You see up here, that is about a 5'10" human male. Just to give you a sense of size for the battle mechs. Begin the mission. Before I begin, I'm just going to quickly check OBS and look at the stream chat. Intersphere Mercenary, that was my stage name. Fantastic. Ooh, Granny B is here. First time caller, long time listener. Thanks for joining. All right, let us get into it. Shall we begin?
Command interface initiated.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna teach us how to play games, y'all. So this is a mouse and keyboard game. WASD moves the camera. So I'm going to apologize in advance, y'all. There are flying cameras in this. So the Action Mega Jerky, again, this is an old game. I think it might actually be almost 10 years old or 11 years old now. So let us begin. Okay, streamer noob. What did we picked a great name. We picked a fantastic name. Okay, streamer noob. I had the Espinosa refit yards, rush repairs on your blackjack. Looks like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it just to be sure. Standard tests. You know the drill. All right, bear with me one moment, y'all. I'm going to put my phones into do not disturb mode. Again, I think our mech jock named Streamer Noob was a fantastic choice. More importantly, though, I want to tell you more about the job I brought you out here to do. Now, you do me a favor and get that BattleTech battle mech moving. Let's see if there are any kinks in the actuators. So to make these things move, they've simulated human muscle, and they're called myomers. We started to make something similar to this, but if you think of the game Crisis, but put into a building, that's kind of what they're talking about. So you see the interface has a spot for 4 total pilots. In the inner sphere at this time, a lance is 4 mechs. Our command here on the left hand, we see that it is our turn. It is the first round of combat, and our goal here is to move our mech to the marked location.
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
Okay. So now we have the command interface. So think of it this way. Even though we have our pilot that I've selected here on the battle, what we're actually looking at, imagine if it was like a top-down tabletop, you're in your favorite game store or trading card store, and you're looking down at one of those beautiful set pieces you see for like Warhammer or something like that. This is where miniatures were put into play for the first time, other than Warhammer, the BattleTech game. On the lower left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see our mech. You see the gray bits over here. These are our internals. And this part here, this is our armor. So these giant mechs have huge applications of armor and armor packs that keep getting reloaded between each deployment. So in order to kill a mech or pop off a component from the mech, you have to get through the armor first, and then you can damage the internals. Over here, this is a list of all of our weapon systems. We'll talk about ranges and things like that in a moment. And similar to a any kind of RPG, whether it's real time or turn-based strategy, this is a turn-based game. We have different options you see here that are grayed out. We'll talk about those a little more. What you're seeing on the field are hexes, and these little dots are the maximum range we can move in a standard walk. Because we're forced in the tutorial, there's only one way to go. Now you see these arches, and then you see 3 gradations. This is close range. This is too close. The weapons are too close. You can't guarantee a hit. Medium range, and then long range. So you see how there's different colors there in the arc. So you're not only going to move, but you have a torso, just like you have an upper torso. Mechs have a waist. Raiju brought us here because there's something wrong with the capital. It's been too quiet since High Lord Tamadi's funeral, and he's worried about Lady Kamea's safety during her coronation procession. So it looks like the actuators check out. We're going to conduct a weapons test. We're going to target one of these old mechs here on the battlefield. Now,
like I was saying, I can't prove anything, but my gut tells me something's off, and a warrior trusts their instincts.
So I just realizing I'm getting a performance hit from the streaming. So here's what I promise you. After we're done with this first mission, I'll go back into settings and I'll dump some of the graphics so we have higher frame rates. So now it's just taking us through, and we have to pick our target. So if I pick the target, Now I can see the name of the target, I can see how much armor it has, and I can see where the damage is, and there's no damage yet. Now that I've clicked on, everything that's yellow is in range. Now if I fire my 4 medium lasers and my 2 AC2s, I'm going to get really hot. They generate heat. So here we are, and here's the target. We have a hit probability of 95% on all weapons. I'm just going to let her rip.
All weapons committed.
So now you see the damage roll. We completely
Enemy mech destroyed.
obliterated that cardboard target. I say cardboard, it only had 11 tons of armor. I've been training, Raiju is saying, I've been training Lady Urano since she was 14. She can be naive at times and proud, but I have no doubt that she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Cordia City. It's you, me, all of you, and me. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital with her cousin Victoria by her side. Foreshadowing. Lady Victoria, well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot of you, truth be told. Just talking about us. Anyway, we should run and check on your targeting computer. You see that drone over there, the one moving through the tree line? Put some hurt on it for me, and when it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Kamea's like a daughter to me, and her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
So you see how this mech is in, this vehicle is in the trees, right? I don't have clear line of sight to it. They're not going to let me move. When I click on it, you notice over here the little trees light up. That means the vehicle's in cover. Now, I'm going to use something with a lot less heat.
Engaging target.
Okay. It's now moved and is facing away from us. I guess for training mode, we're not dealing with heat, so I'm just going to blast it.
All weapons committed. Enemy unit destroyed.
She said unit. Nice shot. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the Regan politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by High Lord Tamati's death. It needs a smooth transfer of power, and Kamea belongs on the Cormorant throne. Go ahead and fire up your jump jets, kid. I want to see if you just descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch of ground over there. So,
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
So while we have a smaller-ish mech, this mech is not small. These trees, if you think, these trees are about 30 feet tall. So just giving you a sense of size. Now we're going to make it fly. To do that, they have jump jets that are equipped. So you have to pick a direction where you want to land.
Engaging jump jets.
There we go.
Enemy detected.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
So cool. Yeah, just going to get in the water. The sweet waters of Minnetonka. Plasma leak detected. Jump jet malfunction. Jump jet systems damaged. Systems inoperable. Oh no, for the love of all the gods, blah, 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 blah. Let's get moving. Okay, yeah. He likes us. He likes them. Let's move this story along. We came to play BattleTech now that we've learned how things go. So, we're supposed to melee the target. So when you're close enough and you click on it, it gives you the option to attack. Headbutt.
Engaging physical attack.
All right, we did a good job
Push
there.
that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Now, if we want to forego the ability of fighting, we can sprint. So again, thinking tabletop, thinking RPG, I can move and shoot. If I'm an ace pilot, I can shoot then move. Or I can sprint. Sprinting gives us a huge advantage because it makes us difficult to hit. So there's a movement modifier. For lighter and super fast mechs, the farther you move or the farther you do a jump jet, if I'm not in cover, the greater of the plus they need to hit when they roll their virtual dice. So congratulations, Streamer Noob. Your mech is working.
Display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Full throttle.
Streamer Noob, allow me to introduce Kamea Arano, the soon-to-be High Lady of the Regan Coalition. Is Lady Victoria on this channel? Evil Lady saying evil stuff, foreshadow, 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 evil lady. Nice Lady saying stuff and things that are nice. Evil Lady. Haha, cousin, haha, my uncle's, nothing's bad's gonna happen, I promise. Okay, great, let's go, cousin. We got stuff to do. Yay, Kamea! Remember what I told you. Don't eat yellow snow.
Mission successful.
Boom! Mission successful. So not a bad start. We're through our first mission, in our first stream, and we're helping King Kong Kamea, Lady Kamea get through her stuff. Drama.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then.
Just a boy.
Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many cities.
You guys watch this.
And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters. And the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Arano will not act, someone must. I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
Dun dun dun. Damn, Uncle. All right, so it looks like we're headed to the outskirts. And we're supposed to be escorting Lady Arano in. And then all of this naughty stuff happens. Unfortunately, I can't break to make any adjustments during this initial thing. So I can't adjust like volumes or video settings or any of those fun things. I hope the stream is coming along, and thank you for being here. Are you ready? Let's go. Team Streamer Noob, engage.
Command interface initiated.
Lady Arano says, I'm going to miss this, Raju. The clarity of purpose that I feel in the cockpit of a battle mech, the simplicity of it. But there they are, just up ahead, the city gates, and my future all laid out before me. Is that smoke? A guard post of one of the small ones that dot the roads leading to the capital, but the emergency band's been quiet all morning. I haven't heard anything about a fire.
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
All right, let's see if I can get into the settings here. Yes. So we're gonna monkey with this a little bit. I think we should do jump cinematics. We're definitely turning off speed up. And I think we'll go smooth. And we'll do some of the... I don't know about zoom. We'll use dynamic attack. Let's see what happens. If it gets to be too much for us, we'll turn it off. We don't want to zoom to new contacts. We'll save that. Whoops. Go back to settings. Let's look at video. Yeah, quality ultra. Let's drop this down to high. Hopefully you'll have a better streaming experience as a result, and it'll be a little less choppy for you. Or on my end, I'll stop dropping out frames like that. Okay, so we've got 3 mechs. Mastiff, Kamea, and Streamer Noob. So we have the opportunity to move anybody in any order right now, but we'll talk about how priority works, which is kind of their form of initiative. But for right now, let's just sprint our mechs in and continue with the storyline.
Roger that.
Sounds good. I'm moving.
I am going to dump their audio just a little bit. It's a little hot. So I'm going to pull this down. There we go. Some sort of explosion looks recent too. Do you think it was an accident? No chance, Raju says. You see those scorch marks on the rubble? It's too accurate to be sand people. All right, let's get in there and be somebody.
Whatever's happening here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
Of that, I have no doubt.
So, just like any other turn-based RPG or tabletop RPG, if you cannot see them, you cannot hit them, and they cannot see you. Now, how could this be if we're 500 years in the future? Well, you know...
Copy that.
Suspended disbelief. There are radars. They could pick up your signature, but your weapons can't hit them because almost everything's line of sight in this particular configuration unless you're shooting missiles. So I am going to flank these guys.
Confirmed.
So we don't want mechs in the way of other mechs so that we're not shooting each other in the back. Not that the game allows that. But in real life, that's smart tactics, friend.
Copy that.
I'm on the move.
Hail, Mastiff. Hail, Lady Arano. We're preparing for Lady Arano's coronation parade. When we got word of a disturbance along the coronation route. A guard post behind us was attacked. All the way to the southern gate. Lead the way. Oh. Why is your battle mech damaged? Our mechs are overdue for maintenance, sir. No, you're lying to us. Damn it, girl. Take him.
Fall back, Kamea.
Dun,
Get
dun,
behind him.
dun.
You didn't train me to cower, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Kamea has the most powerful mech, so we're not getting behind anybody. Okay, so they had a smaller mech attack us because they have initiative. Across the top, you see all these numbers up here.
How can I help?
We're going to displace here to the left and create a left flank. And then we're going to engage. So I have an AC-10, an LRM-10. These are long-range weapons. And these are medium lasers. They can be shot short range. I have 2 options here. I can do a sensor lock. Well, 3 options technically. I can multi-target, or I can brace for impact. So this Shadowhawk is a very dangerous mech. So I think this particular guy, Mastiff, is going to focus all of his fire on the bigger mech.
Affirmative.
It's a good hit. Shadowhawk was already damaged, so we destroyed one of their auto cannons. Now you're used to seeing like a tank barrel. Imagine an autocannon is effectively what would be like a battleship gun, you know, like a 6-inch or 8-inch gun. And it fires 2 rounds in the Ultra configuration. But yeah, an autocannon 10 is a very big round. Imagine throwing basically a dense tungsten bowling ball at somebody that weighed as much as like a Volkswagen Bug. So we're gonna blast this Shadowhawk here. Everything didn't hit, but we destroyed their left arm and their left torso.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
And now Queen Kamea.
Reading you loud and clear.
She's gonna back up a little bit and come here, and we're gonna split fire because this mech is ready to go. You see here the center torso is just gone. Their left leg is just gone. So we're gonna multi-target something that does high critical damage. That would be these SRMs. And on my secondary target, we're going to do one of the SRM packs and the 2 medium lasers.
Do what you ask.
That'll kill them. Knock them down. So this is your stability.
Good hit.
That mech died.
If you had any sense, you'd retreat.
So now, because of order of operations, Mastiff is able to go next.
Roger.
And we're just going to let him have it. So this is the dark orange here is what our heat is. The flashing yellow is what our heat will become when we fire off these weapons. Oh, that was a good hit. Oh, almost killed him. Now the Panther's going to engage, or it's going to run for its life. It chose to engage. Did you see that? 40% damage reduction. Why? Because we're in the trees, y'all. All right, I'm choosing Kamea this time. Going to push her into the trees, and we're only going to fire the missiles. Missiles don't necessarily have less heat, but they are better managed, and I can get 4 of these crit-causing weapons on target. I just need him to hit something important inside to pop the mech. Well, took off the leg, which automatically knocks the mech over. When a mech falls over, a pilot takes damage. Most pilots and non-veteran pilots can only take 4 hits of damage once a mech is on the ground. This is why it's important to leg mechs if you can. You're able to give somebody else a crit shot for free. And we're choosing center torso, and we're going to murder this person.
Committed.
Nice job, kid. 1 fewer hostile on the board.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Great shot, kid. 1 in a million. Ooh, Alexander Madera. Kamea. Kamea, can you hear me? Alexander, we were just attacked. The Royal Guard. My own guardsmen tried to take me prisoner. It's happening here, too. The Royal Guard are killing one another in the halls. Lord Carosa's house guard just got gunned down in front of me. The turning pavilion is a slaughterhouse. Oh, I won't let these seditionists, whoever they are, steal my birthright. We need to rally every loyalist we can and make a push on the capital. I'll take my throne by force if I must. Go to Retora Township, the armory. Your soldiers are using it for, yeah, you heard him. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to speed through this. Listen.
And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me.
Y'all can play this yourselves if you really want to read every single word. I just think it's funny to get it to a point and then get bored and skip through it. So that's going to be, I think, going to be a shtick. Now, you see how the heat is now reducing and flashing in orange. If I run and don't fire anything, I can burn off the heat buildup that we have in the mech.
Affirmative.
So that's how we manage heat. There are also things called heat sinks. We'll talk about those when we go and build our first mech, but we're not doing that tonight. This is an experiment. We're just kicking off the career mode. It's It's literally stream 000, and then I will be scheduling these as they go forward, and I mess up my tech, and I'm able to un-F myself and get through things. So why aren't you able to go through the whole...
Roger that.
What's happening here?
Acknowledged.
Am I going the
I'm
wrong
moving.
way? I'm going the wrong way. Well then, now mechs are completely cool, aren't they? This failure, BattleTech, is brought to you by Smacky S'mores, the s'mores flavored schnapps.
Copy that.
Alright, so now we're just trying to move until
Got a
we
new
get
contact
contacts.
on my screen.
Now, like I said, we have radar, and since we can't see them, we don't have line of sight. But the radar is telling us these are vehicles. So, Mastiff has the ability to sensor lock things.
Confirmed.
So I'm going to move him up. He's probably not going to get line of sight. But we can pick one of these, and I can use a sensor lock on it. What that allows us to do, if there are anybody that has tracking weapons, aka longer range missiles, they'll be able to hit it. So now it's their turn to move. Alright.
I'm listening.
So if I see the yellow arc, that means my energy or direct contact weapons, my energy or ballistic weapons, can't hit it, but my missiles can. So let's show you what that looks like from this angle.
I'm on my way.
And now I've got one LRM-5. It's going to fire the LRM-5 and hit the striker. Looks cool, huh? It tickled it. It didn't do any real damage. All right, let's swing back here and see how we are exposed. We're pretty exposed. So if you remember in the training, I don't have jump jets, but if I had jump jets, I would definitely be up here on the ridge firing down on these guys. So I can see one mech. My AC-2s are in range. Let's let them have it.
Engaging target.
Yeah, when you throw some
Enemy unit
tungsten
destroyed.
bowling balls at people, yeah, things explode. All right.
Orders?
My orders are kill everyone.
Follow my lead.
So you see that I have this in range for my LRM-10, so I can use his multi-target ability, select multiple targets. We'll do 3 this. Oh, I can only do the 2. Yeah, so A and go.
All weapons are go.
Some decent hits on the Galleon. Now the Scorpion.
Damn you
Ooh,
for making
Scorpion
me do
down.
that, son. Damn you. Never stood a chance.
Galleon is a tank. It's 2 small lasers and I think a ER
You
medium.
just made a terrible mistake.
Let's zoom in on it. Zooming, 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 zooming. It's a tank! See little lasers on it.
Yes, I hear you.
Let me rephrase that. It was a tank.
I'll make it happen.
Whoopsie!
Another enemy casualty.
Alright. So let's get Streamer Noob in position. So see how when I go out here on my move, I have no ability to shoot on anybody. So I'm going to choose to sprint to try and get in better position.
Full throttle.
The hope is my mech is fresher, it has less damage, or no damage.
Oh no.
With the movement modifiers here, the striker shoot at me and not them. And it worked.
Damage minimal.
There we go. So, we're going to move
Talk to me.
Mastiff a little
Fall
closer.
in behind me.
And, yeah, we'll just blast him.
Firing. You were brave, I'll give you that much.
Alright, so now we're out of combat. And we are sprinting to get to the armory so that we can rearm our mechs and get Kamea to the capital. Madeira, Kamea, do you read me? It's Espinosa, your uncle. Do you hear me? House Espinosa is usurping the throne. It can't be my uncle, Victoria. Kamea, I just watched Espinosa battle mech plow through an alley full of civilians. This is happening, and it's happening now. Your loyalists have fallen back to the market district. That's where they're making their stand. What's left of the Royal Guard is doing their best. But there's something wrong with their battle mechs. Wait, what's that sound? Oh my god!
Alexander! Alexander!
That, my friends, is an orbital bombardment. It's over, Kamea. Your ascendancy, the Arano legacy, all of it. Victoria, what have you done, you stupid girl? You know, Kamea, for years I loved you like a sister, but then my father helped me see it, your family's complacency. What it's done to the Reach. Our nation dwindles like a dying star, and House Arano is to blame. Blah, 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 telenovela, blah, blah, blah. See? Let's just get on with the destruction.
Attention, all Espinosa forces. This is Lady Victoria Espinosa. Lady Arano is to be apprehended and taken alive by my command. Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
Yeah, she's pissed. Alright, so you see we now have a reserve button. So again, this is our initiative. If we hold out and we continue to reserve, the enemy moves, all of its moves. We can see where they're going to go. We're going to put our people in the best positions. Yeah, we take fire first, but, you know. Oh, look at the little locust. Little locust is trying to headbutt. That's cute. So, yeah, about that.
You've got my attention.
Let's just zoom in and we watch this melee go down. What do you say? Bye!
That's one less hostile on the field.
So Cicada is actually a formidable light mech. It'll do some damage, but it has no armor. So again, you see armor pieces coming off and getting melted by the lasers.
My armor's still solid.
I'm gonna punt this locust into the atmosphere.
Engaging physical attack.
Kya! So again, a mech on its back. What does it mean? It means
You have my attention.
free
Location
crits.
confirmed.
Or I could shoot at both of these mechs at this particular range, and I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna put the lasers into the little locust, and I think I'm gonna put the lasers and the LRMs, and that'll kill it.
Handling multiple opponents.
Ah, it didn't kill it. We're gonna blast the cicada with the SRMs. SRMs are crit machines.
Incoming transmission.
Attention, citizens of Coromadir 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa. With the unanimous support of the founding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon Coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will be fired upon.
Well, that was a very telling broadcast.
My father placed his faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family.
damned armor's busted.
Tell me what you need.
You have a lot of armor
I'm
there.
on it.
You're okay.
Affirmative.
Orders? Follow my lead.
Try and zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, he's not gonna make it.
All weapons are go.
Kamea, do you read me? Alexander, thank the gods. You nearly lost me, Kamea. The city's lost. We have to get off this planet. I can't abandon it. The battle's over, Kamea. Lord Madeira has the right of it. It's time for you to run. You're right. You're both right. We'll mourn for it later. Let's go. Okay.
You get to that ship, Alexander. I mean it. I will not lose you and my throne on the same day.
Okay, so we've got some light vehicles coming in. It's trying to stop us. That's cute. They're really focused on old streamer noobs blackjack here. Well, now it's our turn.
You've got my attention.
Oh, you're gonna make me move massive first? Okay.
Aye, aye.
Another Scorpion tank. We're just gonna use everything.
Confirmed.
Bye!
Vehicle down. The poor bastards.
You have my attention.
She's got a lot of heat. I don't want her firing any more weapons. And she ran over somebody's house. See him? Right here? Little striker.
All weapons committed.
See how we shot the ground? We're not that good.
Enemy unit destroyed.
So you get to develop the pilots and kind of choose their special abilities depending again on their
Roger that.
backgrounds. And so as we level up doing missions and whatnot, as we run off and be mercenaries, when we hire new pilots and things like that, through our combat actions, we earn basically pilot training points. Victoria says, "This is your last chance, cousin. Don't make me order your death. Do whatever you are, betrayer. Headstrong to the end." Very, very, very... Oh. This is a Wolverine. And not unlike his namesake in the Marvel Universe, he's a dirty bastard. It's a good fighter. Very good fighter. So... we're going to reserve and see what the Wolverine does.
Let them make the first mistake.
Alright, they move, and they proceed to blast our Kintaro. Alright. No, wait, no, it's Kameo's.
Barely scratched my armor.
So,
I'm
Kamea
listening.
got fired on. There's other mechs you
Confirmed.
see coming up, other contacts. They are turrets. So, we are going to take them incredibly seriously. And turrets are not to be underestimated in
I'm
this
on it.
game. They are oftentimes more deadly and have greater range and more weapons than the mechs sometimes controlling a particular area.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so we're coming up at the end of this initial mission series and the end of my first stream. I'm really kind of excited about it. We're going to be playing through the 40th anniversary content here.
Fall in behind me.
Or playing through, celebrating 40th anniversary of BattleTech with this content and this storyline. which actually leads to, once we complete the campaign,
Confirmed.
a career mode. But I'm not going to drag you guys through that. Trust me, there's dozens and dozens of hours to get through, just from the story alone, and the work that we have to do to get the right kind of complement of mechs to complete the story. So there's tons of fun, tons of playtime. Again, celebrating what was FASA, what was BattleTech, and what is now Catalyst Games, who are in charge of keeping the current tabletop system running and alive. There are other games that I don't play that'll come out later, like MechWarrior 5, MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, or MechWarrior Online. There are reasons why I don't play those games.
Talk to me.
But I am a very experienced,
Affirmative.
nationally known BattleTech pilot and MechWarrior pilot. So I played competitively. Actually have a tattoo, which you cannot see yet, but I'll show you my tattoo for Evil Empire Mechworks, where my team won the most events and
Triggering an alpha
what is
strike.
considered one of the greatest national tournaments
right through his
for
armor.
BattleTech Firestorm. I almost worked for FASA right before they got acquired by Microsoft.
Standing by.
But that's a whole different story. So I think this will end up going to VOD if all of the settings are selected. So I want to make
I'll do
sure
what you
that
ask.
we understand the difference between virtual world and the tabletop and stuff like that. We'll get into that
Reporting
a
a
little
critical
later.
strike.
But again, we're here celebrating the 40th anniversary of BattleTech as a tabletop game with this turn-based tabletop, the best version they've ever had of this. However, if you have the opportunity
All
to,
weapons
I don't know,
committed.
play Mech Commander 1 or 2, phenomenal fun.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
So we've
detected.
taken a whole bunch of parts off of this mech. We've got a lot of heat. So
Orders.
I think I'm just going to punch him in the face.
To hell with the weapons.
And that worked. Tag, you're it.
Battle mech down.
Alrighty. So let's exfil.
Copy that.
Acknowledged. I'm moving.
When I don't want to move, I can brace.
Aye. Holding to bleed heat.
Thank the gods you made it. 5 minutes is a long time, streaming noob.
Thank you, Sir Raju. Thank you both. I won't forget what you've done for me today. I promise you that.
So we're in the zone. It says get Kamea to the drop ship.
Sounds good. I'm moving.
Are we supposed to stay here? That's a little unclear. Oh, we were. Look at that. Party people. Alright, streamer noob. We trained for this. Let's go down swinging. You betcha. Okay. Bad lady. Brr. Come for me, Victoria. Oh, he ejected us. He sent us into space. And now
Mission successful.
he took on all of those people at the end. Bye, Raju. It's like we only just met. 'Cause we only just met. Camera's back on. We're headed back to orbit. There's probably a cutscene or two here coming up. After the cutscenes, we're going to wrap it up and let this thing go to VOD. And there's Victoria. Puta grande! Oh, that is the death of Raju Mastiff. This is Darius. He's my XO. Our XO. Easy there, Harry. You took a nasty crack on the head when you punched out. Don't worry, you're safe now. My name is Darius Oliveira. I'm the XO of the Markham's Marauders. We're a mercenary outfit with ties to House Arano. We did some work for High Lord Tamati way back when. I'd introduce you to Commander Markham, but he was on a supply run to the Market District when the bombs fell and he didn't make it. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, I am too. He was a good man, and a lot of good people died today. We picked up your distress beacon in the emergency band as we were way off planet. After seeing what had happened to Markham, it didn't feel right leaving you in the hands of the Directorate, so we did a sweep of the combat site, grabbed your ejection pod, and we ran. What happened to Raju? We found his mech and it was completely cored out. That means the center torso was gone and there's no, the pilot was dead. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. We supported the Royal Guard in a handful of deployments. Were you able to get my blackjack? Yeah, our mech tech hauled what's left of it into the mech bay. It isn't pretty. If you give him enough time, Yang can fix just about anything. Try not to take the loss too hard, Yang said. That your mech shows signs of deliberate sabotage. Whoever you had working on it that day did a number on the reactor. Punching out was the right move. So what happens now? Well, things aren't looking so hot around here with the coup and all. House Essonosa's directorate is the new de facto government in the Regan Reach. Sorry to tell you this, but Lady Arano is dead. Her dropship was destroyed in takeoff. It was all over the news. Well, shit. Our sentiments exactly. We're getting the hell out of here. We're headed to a nice quiet stretch of independent space on the Canopian border. And you can work it off. Right now, according to the info on your blood chit. Now, what is a blood chit? It's a Comstar issued identification carried by mech warriors. Your roots are right here in the RimWorld periphery, and that puts you and me in the same boat. Our homes are close to the Directorate for comfort. So we've got a couple of options. You could stay here with us for the long haul. That's option A. And I'll need to pitch in, for food and lodging and all that stuff. Alternatively, you could find a place for yourself in the Marauders if you wanted to.
3 years later.
I guess we're not ending the first stream now. Still haven't got no place where I can escape and save. Oh, great. So for the last 3 years, since the fall of the Regan Directorate and or the rise of the Directorate and the fall of the Regan nice folks, we've been working as a mercenary.
Command interface initiated.
Independent Prospectors League thanks you for your assistance, Commander. We're miners, not soldiers. We can't fight these bastards on our own. That's what you're going to pay us for. Don't worry, we'll get the platforms back. This isn't just about reclaiming what's ours. Majesty Metals killed hundreds of us when they tried to jump our claim. We want you to make them bleed for it. All right, so the opposing force here has taken these mining platforms. First one's Alpha. The second one is Bravo. So the opposing force's corporate security tower controls turrets, blah, blah, blah. He's going to authorize payment. All right, well, we're in our first mission. So
what can I do for you?
Glitch is one of the greatest characters I have ever had the joy of playing.
Good to go.
Behemoth. She's a behemoth. I don't know. Whatever.
Good to go.
Decker is solid. So these are your starting mechs in
Waiting
your
for
lance. And then there's us. Streamer noob. Now resolve. Our lances resolve. This right here says 0%. When we gain resolve, we get to use special abilities. So let's get into it. We're going to sprint towards, I think, Bravo.
On the move.
On it.
Nope. All right. No targets. Bearthby. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got COVID and flu running through the house. All right. Let's give these guys some good spacing.
I copy.
Sorry, I don't know where the mute button is on this because I haven't set one up. I literally installed OBS, did a default, and here we are. Let me take a look at what this looks like on... Yeah, it's not too bad. I think the placement for the camera is good here. I don't have the green screen up, and I don't have my cutout stuff set up, but I will. Again, just trying to get started here. This is dangerous. You never want to get funneled into a canyon like this. It's just ripe for ambush. And if there are turrets, we're going to get slaughtered.
You are trespassing on Majesty Metals and manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist organization. Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
This is talking about how to read everything. I've already walked you through that.
Ready for orders. Confirmed.
So Spider is a very fast little mech. You see him down there? He's got 2 little medium lasers. He's about a story tall. Story and a half. Decker, I'm going to have him brace. Maybe a little shoot at him. We're going to reserve everybody else. See what happens. Okay, so no enemy mechs moved in. So there's probably only turrets or the mechs are shut down and they're going to ambush us when we get close enough. So there's our blackjack going in. No contacts. We're going to brace. So brace gives us entrenched. That's this home plate. And our movement gives us a modifier. Entrenched means we have resistance to being knocked down or shaken up and things like that. Glitch is going to move our Vindicator to left flank. And we're going to prepare a pincer this way and continue moving forward this way.
Yes, Commander. Heading out.
Now the Shadowhawk is probably the most capable mech of the 4 in our lance other than the Blackjack. But the Blackjack runs super hot. And I'm on a desert planet, or we, pardon me, are on a desert planet. Oh, there they are. See, they're showing up on radar. What are you? Unknown. Oof. That's scary business. So the problem we have now is we've got all of these turrets up here. I don't see any turret stands down here. Fudge.
Orders?
Okay. We're going to jump. And we only want to be in range of 1 turret.
Copy that.
Hopefully Decker gets close enough and we can
We've got
see
an
what...
unknown on
Oh,
sensors.
we've got both turrets. Okay, what are they? Light laser? We might have gotten lucky. The ones we don't want are missile or shredder turrets. Oof. Okay, the mechs were turned off and now they're fired up and moving into position. So now we have so many turns for them to reach us and engage us in combat.
Sensor locked.
And now we've been sensor locked. So if either of these are missile turrets, we're in big trouble because this is a tiny little mech. It's like 20, 25 tons. So now our mech,
Engaging jump jet.
the Blackjack, needs to take out one of these turrets. So now that we have some resolve built up, you see this is a precision strike. So if I click a thing, I can choose if I use precision strike where we want to hit, aka precision strike. If we take too much damage for stability, we can use vigilance to burn off some of that stability damage. But here, we're just trying to kill this damn turret, man. Hey, we got one.
Target destroyed.
So now the problem is, thinking that there were enemies here, I've split our forces. And these are light mechs and medium mechs, so they don't have the range to hit this other turret. So I need to figure out how to get into range. So we're going to jump into range with the Shadowhawk. And I'm just going to alpha this. Well, I can't really alpha. So the AC-5 is really long range, just 45 damage. And the LRMs do quite a bit of damage.
Roger that. If
they all hit. Ooh, very nice. Let's see the missile streaming in. Good damage on the armor.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And Glitch, you can fly, but I can't. Ooh, there we go. A huge jump by Glitch.
I leap. I soar.
Vindicator's one of my favorite little mechs. And we're going to have her shoot a PPC. A PPC is literally firing a ball of plasma that's about 2.5 feet in diameter. It's about this wide. And launches it at about 700 or 800 miles an hour.
Here we go!
LRMs are just long-range missiles. There we go. The thing about the particle projection cannon, yeah, it's high heat. It's moderate damage, but it scrambles sensors for the enemies. Really important when you're trying to not get hit. See, here come the missiles. So those are our LRM turrets or SRM turrets. So when the mech uses its instrumentation to get a lock on, they don't have to have line of sight with missiles. They can just shoot and hit you with the lock on.
Yes, Commander.
All right, so Decker. Now the reason I'm staying low is we want these mechs to be, they can't see us. They've got to move a couple of more times to engage us. So we're just going to continue to shoot these towers until we're ready to engage these mechs and build up our resolve. So when they do get into range, we can shoot their legs and knock them down, or shoot their chests and blow them up, hopefully with a critical strike.
They've got a lock on me.
When you fire all of your weapons, it's called an alpha strike. So that's why you'll hear firing an alpha strike every once in a while from the voiceover. So where can I go to get clean line of sight?
Engaging jump jets.
Well, one of our shots hit. We are noobs.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so there's no direct... Oh, here we go.
Moving out.
I'll show you what I mean. So from that angle, it's kind of hard to see. So here's our target turret. And we're going to come down here. And there we are on the ridge. But you can see it's a tight shot. We're just going to come up through here. I think I'm going to save the heat from the PPC and let the missiles do the talking. There we go.
Gotcha!
I love Glitch. She's my favorite pilot in the game.
What's up, boss?
Alright. We're going to make you sprint. And hopefully draw the fire of this turret.
I've been sensor locked!
How you doing, Blarg? Are you still there? Or Grandma? Sorry. I forgot we changed the name.
Armor blow through.
Granny B.
Internal damage.
Love it. Thank you for lurking, Red. Oh boy. Alright, so the mech is now in range. We've got some heat on our guys. So we're going to do the reserve.
Holding for tactical advantage.
We still have this one turret up. It's a light LRM turret. So it's probably an LRM 5, which means it has 5 missiles. 2 unknown mechs here. So what I'm going to do is continue to move our lance up this hill and keep these rocky angles in between us and those mechs, but while still trying to find a place to get a couple of shots on the LRM. Since I can't get the shots on the LRM, I'm going to sprint and try and come behind them here this way with the blackjack. You'll see why in a minute.
Waiting for orders.
So now that Decker, has some stability damage and our resolve is nearly maximum, I'm going to use vigilance, gain guarded and entrenched, and remove stability damage. So you see all of our stability damage is gone away. And since we can't get an angle on the turret, we're going to move the spider up. The idea here is to move enough mechs here that one will try and shoot down on them there and then pair off, and we can split fire.
Standing by.
So I think if I go like this, I will be able to,
Firing
in the next
jump jet.
turn, pop up over these rocks with the jump jet. So we've got the Shadowhawk down here from our really good pilot, Behemoth, and we've got 2 enemy mechs and this turret that's currently in our attack phase. So we're going to reserve and see what they do.
Standing by.
Okay, so they sensor locked Behemoth. Glitch is up.
Good to go.
If I jump up, oh, this is great. The Vindicator has pristine armor and a lot of it for this mech size. So we're going to fire these LRMs right here at this commando, and we're going to put the PPC and medium laser into that turret.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Oh, very nice, Glitch. Shouty, you the best. And at that range, it's too close for the LRMs to get a good lock. So we took hardly any damage at all. Now we can't leave Glitch up there all alone, now can we?
Roger.
Our spider has quite a bit of damage, so we want to take our little spider and try and finish this LRM off.
Got it.
There we go. Fantastic.
One less turret.
All right. So we know we're engaging with a commando, which is a fairly small mech. The Vindicator can literally put a foot through its face. Now, where's the other
I'm
mech?
taking internal damage.
Okay, so now we have the commando facing this way. It's a spider. It's a tiny spider, and it has damage. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. Oh, I just gave its back. Oh, you're going to see now the ultimate use of resolve. Oh, this is fantastic. So we're going to take our Shadowhawk here. We're going to fly it right up here so it's in the line of sight. And these mechs have given us their back. Guess what is important about the back of a mech? They are the weakest armored in the back, similar to our modern day tanks right now, are weakest armored in the top. We have a 41% chance of hitting, but the AC-5 gets a 50 and the medium laser gets a 60. This might one-shot kill this mech.
Firing.
It did not. She would have had to have hit everything in that one spot. Again, these mech warriors are kind of noobish, right? They're kind of new. We have a long career. We have a lot of time we need to go through. Now, this is called a death from above. This is a jump attack using our piloting skill to hit. It ignores any of their evasives, which means this commando's in the tree. You can see here, it's got the tree moniker. I'm literally going to fly up and try and land my mech on this guy's face and kill it.
Warning. Leg damage imminent. No damage detected.
Oh, we missed. And now we're unsteady. Oh, not good. All right, Glitch.
I hear ya.
I need your help, honey. I need you to come over here and punch this mech. There we go. You can see my blackjack all wobbly. Our blackjack all wobbly. Pardon me, I don't want to cheat you.
I'm attacking you.
Okay. Enemy is doing something. It's backing up. And it's going to try and shoot the Vindicator in the butt. It successfully shot the Vindicator in the butt. Now, who do we have? We have Decker.
Ready for orders.
Let's just move you over here a little bit.
Aye, aye.
Not a lot of damage.
Giving him everything I've got.
There we go. We got a good center torso hit. Now I think
Target's
it's going to
taking
be
a
the
critical hit.
spider's turn. Oh, no. It's our turn. I'm just going to go punch it in the face.
Engaging physical attack.
Well, we knocked it down. Take a little nap, buddy. Ooh, it's still our turn. Oh, fantastic.
Commander. Copy that.
So we have some close, capable... I think we should kill the commando. Let's use the rest of our resolve. We have a 9% chance to hit. Roll the
Confirmed.
dice. Right torso, right arm, gone. There's not much left
Target's
of the
taking a
commando.
critical hit.
And it's still
Good to
our
go.
turn. This will kick the commando to
You betcha.
oblivion.
Going toe to toe.
Center torso destroyed. Pilot incapacitated. And we still fired a small laser.
Gotcha.
You're having a bad day, buddy. Okay, so the spider...
Warning. Enemy in rear arc.
Thank you, computer. Now, I will be asked, why didn't I just take out the generator
Warning. Armor breached.
to
Internal
turn
damage.
off the turrets? Well, you know what?
Good to go.
That's a good question. And the answer to that is, the more damage we do, and the more mechs we punch or set on fire or melt, the more experience our pilots get. Most importantly, the more salvage gets left on the battlefield.
Waiting for orders. Uh-huh.
So now we're going to finish them off.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
If we can hit them, and we didn't. This spider is lasting forever. Oh, I'm getting laughed at. Whoever's...
Aye, aye.
Some of my other buddies are going to watch this and be like, come on, man. I'm like, I know. But it's literally the first mission with my mercenary lance. Our mercenary lance. Streamer noobs, mercenary lance. Oh, you're trying to fly away. I don't want Decker to die.
Standing by.
But I wonder... Oh, I can't DFA on the
Jumping.
cliff face. There's not enough room. DFA stands for death from above.
Roger that.
And he finally cooked.
Enemy down.
All right. So again, we're trying to give our pilots the maximum amount of experience. So the more damage they do and the more things they can blow up, the more points we can invest in their career. Let me give you a better angle here. Now, only the AC-2s reach out. No, it's a light sniper turret, so it means it's got at least an ultra auto cannon.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Try and put the Vindicator in harm's way. Over
I
here.
read you, Commander. Moving out.
again, should have stopped the stream already, but
Roger
we're
that.
playing through our
Firing on
first mission
target.
because it's basically we're on rails right now. So
Target
we're not
destroyed.
quite into our career mode. This is still considered
Receiving.
training missions and story development. So since I can't get an angle yet, I'm just going
On
to
it.
sprint. Oh, there goes Gadget. He's going to get some water in the background. Now, hopefully next time I stream, I can get my green screen, cutout thing going, and I can find the right home for myself, and I'm not obscuring anything. It's going to be really important that you can see what I'm doing, especially when I'm in the mech lab.
Yes, Commander.
So in the mech bay, in the mech lab is where you configure how much armor goes where your weapons are, things like jump jets, sensor equipment, and other types of components that you can put on a mech that'll help you in combat and also help you survive effectively. Just by putting armor on doesn't mean you can survive. It's a balance. You put max armor on most mechs, and there's not enough room for weapons or
Target
the
destroyed.
ammunition to go with the weapons or the cooling needed for it, depending on the weapons that you got.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I guess we have to take out the building now. Should wrap up the mission.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Oh, it didn't take it down.
Commander. Move order received.
I'm going to put the Shadow Hawk up on this bluff and let that building go down.
Locking on target. One less target.
Destroy the Corpsec Tower. How much you want to bet we got to go all the way back to the other base to do that? Oh, classic.
Coordinates received.
Well, we won't have
On my way.
any heat buildup
Moving out.
left. Uh-oh. They brought in friends. What did they give us? Oh, boy. A Scorpion tank, and a Shadow Hawk. Mmm. Tasty business.
Receiving you.
Now, Derek is really hurt. So I'm going to try and put him up here in the trees
Engaging jump jets.
to give him some cover. Because they're going to shoot at him first. Or try to, anyway.
Damage minimal.
Okay.
What's up,
Shadow
Bob?
Hawk is going to displace. And we're going to come down here. Come down on the road a little bit. And I think we're going to... I'm going to kill this back Scorpion. And that'll give us maximum
Locking in all
resolve.
weapon systems.
And then we can start to use sniper shots on the mech.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
So now we're going to move
Waiting
the
for orders.
Vindicator into the trees.
Don't need to tell me twice.
And we're going to start working on this Shadow Hawk. Yeah. 29, 33% center torso. Yep, let's work on that core. Oof. So we critted their AC5.
Another hit like that and
Went
you're
through half
toast.
of their external armor. This is a really good position to be in, y'all. So I'm just going to move the blackjack up. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try and hit the center torso. And if we're lucky, we'll take off something really good. See, this is about to pop off. So that'll take the arm with it.
All weapons committed.
And of course, we hit everything except what we wanted to shoot at. But we took off a great deal of armor. So, again, not much armor left at all.
Orders.
Decker, you're going to come over here and take some pot
Move
shots,
order
buddy.
received.
You have 2 medium lasers, so there's not a whole lot you could do.
Locking in all weapon systems.
I just melted a little bit of armor off. Scorpion says, no, don't shoot at my buddy. Alright.
What can I do for ya?
Indicator's gonna pop down.
Ready, set.
And we still have enough resolve to try another precision strike. This is gonna make a mark. Yeah, this might kill him.
Special delivery.
Missed. Oh. If that PPC would have hit, man, that Shadowhawk would have popped,
Yeah,
I think.
critical hit.
One more again.
Engaging jump jets.
Now, what I'm thinking here is I'm going to go max heat and then close distance to kill this guy. So I have to drop some of that heat. See, what'll happen is if I carry too much heat, I go behind my max limit, the mech will shut down. The reactor will shut down so that it can cool off. Oh, he lost the right arm and the right torso.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Beautiful.
Orders. Roger that.
This should kill the Shadowhawk. Watch what happens to resolve when we kill the Shadowhawk. Oh, not quite. Barely hanging on.
Think I hit something good.
It's got something left. SRM. Okay.
Good to go.
Finish him off, Decker.
Heading out.
Dude, you have no arms.
All weapons are go.
Still alive. Oh, he's gonna try and headbutt me. Wow. He knocked me down.
Warning. Stability lost.
Sorry, he knocked us down.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
Man. We can only take 2 more injuries or we're dead.
I hear ya.
That little small laser is hilarious.
Did you see that?
Again, we're here celebrating the 40th anniversary of BattleTech. Tabletop RPG, turn-based, giant stompy bot glory. Thanks to my beloved Twitch family, Redtastic, and I am Granny B for joining me here. Unannounced. Like, I didn't tell anybody I was doing this. So if you're watching this on the VOD,
standing by.
just know that these 2 human beings are friggin' awesome for popping in here, not knowing what the hell is going on. And I was literally just going to try and check settings during the stream. I was not going to go this long at all. But after doing a quick check, it seems like everything's working. So I just kept with it. Again, these will be scheduled, and I'll be playing probably at more reasonable times during the day at fixed points. I think the idea is to play the campaign in celebrating the 40th anniversary of one of my favorite nerdgasmic pastimes. So we're going to now stand up our mech.
Battle mech operational.
We're going to blow up this building.
Leg damaged. Speed reduced.
Commander.
Drop down.
Got it. Target confirmed.
Great job, Commander. Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
Oh, we have to go back? Oh, man.
Good to go.
Engaging jump jets.
Here we go. Waiting on you, Commander.
So since I'm missing a leg, our mech can't sprint. It's just gonna wobble the whole way back. My hope is that when we get somebody across home
Yes,
plate,
Commander.
they'll just send the dropship. All 4 mechs won't have to, make it back to that main base. But you never know. This is a training mission, so things can be a little more linear, a little more scripted. Typically, when you're in a
Waiting for orders.
campaign boss battle, you
On my way.
only need 1 mech to take his own.
Ready for orders. Acknowledged.
Well, maybe not.
I copy.
Poor little fella.
Don't need to tell me twice.
We'll move these folks out into a little defensive pattern here,
Orders?
just in case the
Coordinates
dropship
received.
comes in.
Moving out. Waiting on you, Commander. Affirmative.
I got spurs, they jingle, jangle, jingle.
Taking a protective stance.
7 years ago, our forefathers first started walking back to this damn encampment. Where are we supposed to go, man?
On my way.
We're here, I swear.
Roger.
What's this taking
On it.
forever?
Good to go. You betcha.
There goes Streamer Noob, limping its way to the base. There we go. Oh, what? What now? Oh, the contractors turned against us. Well, poop sauce. I guess we're gonna have to kill everyone. We are mercenaries after all. So they've initiated combat, but we are still in a movement phase. So all we can do is
Ready
move
for orders.
our mechs in that turn. Well, this is problematic. I don't want to lose Decker, and his mech is barely hanging on. And now we have vehicles coming in. This is the opposite of bueno, y'all. Great. Here goes our damaged blackjack. I think we killed that one. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Oh, goody. Another vehicle. Great.
Waiting for orders.
So we're going to move the Shadowhawk with the Lance here onto the right flank. Make this vehicle wait a turn before it can hit us. God, the Shredder turret's almost gone, but I really want to shoot one of these other ones.
Taking the shot.
There we go. And then I think this person can do multiple targets. So that's what we're going to have them do. Take out this turret and then maybe be able to fire on this one. Let's see.
What can I do for you?
If we can pull it off. Glitch, you're clutch. Let's go. Look at that. Oof. Spinning jump jet. Oof. Like a ninja. Like a freaking ninja. Alright.
No problem.
Hopefully the missile's taken out. It does. And now the PPC. Oof. Still up. Okay. Well, that light shredder turret's going to do a little bit of damage. Hopefully it doesn't focus on Decker. We really need Decker to not get jacked up here, but that's Striker boy. Oh, come on. Live.
Damn it.
Live.
I'm
No.
wounded.
No.
My mech's coming apart around me.
Well, we can fix it. Just don't die.
Warning. Armor low.
Okay.
Standing by.
So Decker still has his lasers. We're going to
Moving
put
to
those
position.
lasers on this turret. That'll kill the turret if it hits. They both need to hit. Come on, baby.
Firing. Full complement on
Only
enemy.
one hit. Son of a butt. Ooh, it worked.
That turret is gone.
Now we have to kill this vehicle or poor Decker's going to be toasted. Again, thanks for sticking with me through my clumsy first stream. This is literally a test stream. It was not meant to go this way, but I figured since Red and Grandma showed up, I figured I'd give it the old Fullerton College try. And if you don't know, that's a community college here
All weapons
in
committed.
California that I adore and went to. Yes! So we just down to 2 vehicles now.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Oh, ooh, it's a tank. Please don't shoot at Decker. They didn't. Perfect.
I hear ya.
So this Vindicator
I read you, Commander.
should be able
Moving
to
out.
kill both of these vehicles. No, not with these weapons. So we're going to focus on the Scorpion. And the next mech will kill this other vehicle, and then
Knocked out a
you'll
vehicle.
call it.
Yes, Commander. Firing full complement.
There
on
it
enemy.
is. Vaya con Dios, putito.
Vehicle down.
Vehicles down. Stand by for extraction. Oh boy.
Mission successful.
Now hopefully we can save and exit before it takes us into the next story-driven thing. It's been quite a while. Again, thank you for being here. So now we're looking at the wrap-up. We have 1 million C-bills in our current bank. It's gone over our objectives. We got no payout, again, because our employers turned against us. Well done, Commander. You made the best of a bad situation. You're just hoping you don't run into another job like that. Now, we get to look at all the horrible things that happens. We got 1,000 pilot XP for all 4 of our pilots. Our blackjack is going to need repairs, and our pilot, Streamer Noob, is going to be injured for 27 in-game days. And Decker's injured for 27 days. That's bad. So I know this has been long and arduous, but the next ones will be able to keep it to just about an hour for these scheduled playtimes. So the BattleTech stuff is going to be absolutely scheduled content. So we need to start finding better clients, Darius. I mean it. We've been slumming into the ass end of the frontier for 3 years now, and we're drowning in debt. She says, I'm fully aware of our situation, Meyer, but we can't just card drop new clients. Is this why you all made me your commander, so I could break up fights and review financial reports? This is our mech tech. Damn right it is. It's like anyone else wanted the job. I love Yang. Darius, could you walk us through the details of the trouble we're in? It might help if you broke things down. Sure thing, Yang. Point 1, Myers is right. We're in debt. Every C-bill we make technically belongs to the banks. Point 2, the corner of the frontier is a dead zone for mercenary works. And that's it. There are no other points. So I'm going to say, okay, we're in a bad spot. What can we do about it? I don't see what else we can do, Harry. Remember, our name is Harry Stamen. I'm already serving up a legitimate contract unless you want me to sidestep Mercenary Review Board, which we do not want to do. So similar to The Mandalorian, there's a Mercenary Review Board that was founded in 2789. And so all mercenary contracts go through there so that they're legitimate or deemed legitimate. So if you're a bad customer like Lyft, Uber, Instacart, you can get a bad rating as a customer. Taking an uncertified job is a great way to get a knife in your back. We just got betrayed on a board certified contract, Yang. How worse could it get? Plenty. What happened down there is an exception. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about our family being killed. Okay. They're basically just arguing about uncertified works. The banks are holding our jump ship hostage. Access hostage. So that's how you get from planet to planet or system to system, is through a jump ship. System to system. Sun to sun. Until we repay our debts. For now, we can only go between this planet and nearby systems, Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit. Our top priority needs to be finding work. So here we are. All we have is this smallish drop ship, this Leopard. This is our command interface. We're going to walk through the ship a little bit later. We'll advance the story. But right now, before I even try and go and repair the mechs, we need to get advance the timeline long enough to get our 2 pilots healthy, including us. But before we do that, we're going to save the game. And we are going to call it quits. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you who watch this in the future. And in fact, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't. But yeah, you'll see this thing kind of progress, and I'll get used to the tools and things like that. I literally read nothing. I have no instructions on no instructions on the OBS on how to use any of this. I read nothing. I just literally clicked and dragged and did some stuff and things. And I like the placement of this particular camera box for this game, so I'm just going to leave this set up here. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Stay awesome. Together, we're going to get a little more awesome.